Hi, everyone. Welcome back to All Kinds of Advice podcast. For today's episode, we are going to be talking about Christian Keys, who is, an actor. He's also like well known in Hollywood as well. A lot of us have known him from All the Queen's Men. I think he wrote All the Queen's Men, which is produced by Tyler Perry. It's one of my favorite shows. But oh my goodness, like he went on live and he discussed about being sexually harassed and sexually assaulted. So this one is super, super heavy. I watched his live where he was talking about it and I was like, oh my goodness, I have to talk about this on my channel. I debated about doing it a bit because it is a heavy and sensitive topic, so you don't want to miss this show, or this conversation that is going to be had today. But before I go into it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate your support. Thank you. So I watched his entire live, and very, very emotional. He came on and he talked about, like, he has been sexually harassed and sexually assaulted, for over a decade. I think it totaled about like 15 years. And he's saying that it's a prominent figure in Hollywood. I believe the person, has like a lot of, money. I think he also mentioned about them being a billionaire, something of that sort. But this person, has is known in Hollywood. They have, a high stature type of thing. And he said that, he alluded to the fact that, we're going to be shocked when he exposes who this person is. He sort of, alludes to the fact that we, sort of see this person as an idol. And, this person always does like, a lot of like good deeds where people he has like a clean, super clean, squeaky clean type of image. So people would not suspect that this individual is going around assaulting individuals, and men. And I think a lot of the conversation regarding like sexual assault and sexual harassment is mainly, a lot of women are coming forward now. We see that Cassie came forward and she talked about her experiences. Her actual experience had made it into like in the court system. And I think that has sort of set precedent and paved the way for other people to come out and speak about it, especially if they've been hiding it for a number of years. So we see it was heavy, like the live was heavy. Like I had to like stop, watch it, and then take a little break and then go back. You could really see that he has held on to what his experience for a number of years, and it's really impacted him emotionally. Of course, he did mention that he has peace now. He has tried his best to forgive the person, but it's weighing heavily on his heart, I can tell. He even mentioned that this individual bragged like and was so bold in terms of mentioning that they have like young Black men on their payroll, sort of men that would be at that person's beck and call. Perhaps these young men were doing like sexual favors for this individual. So because this particular person knew that they sort of had these men that would answer to their call and service their needs, they felt that every like other men are going to do the same. But some people are going to move with integrity. And Christian mentioned that he has integrity. He has been in the industry for a long time, and he has taken the long haul in terms of bringing out his creativity, and working hard. He has not taken the easy way out. That's what he mentioned. In terms of like sleeping with individuals to get ahead. He sort of making his he sort of has made his talent sort of get him to where he is at the moment. That's what he was mentioning on the live. And he also mentioned, which I was like, okay, now that he has come out and talked about, the sexual harassment and the sexual assault, I seen online a lot of people are saying maybe he's doing it for a monetary gain, but he mentioned that this is not about money. He purposely let the statute, I think, of limitation where past victims could have come forth and get compensated. He said it's not about the money, but it's been weighing on his heart. And he even got like a bit teary-eyed. And I was like, God damn, like this is like hard. Like this is hard on him to come out. And I think a lot of the reason, and he mentioned it too, why he's so emotional and he sort of, regret that he did not come out sooner and talk about it. But I have to, commend him in terms of his bravery. Like, he is an extremely talented, individual, perhaps, and he mentioned this too. He probably did not want to come out sooner because he probably was scared of, his career not taking off. He was probably scared that, this person that, he speaks of, who we don't know the identity yet, is super powerful, that they would have blackballed him, which we see happens to a lot of people, or he perhaps would have gotten canceled, within the industry, not getting work. Like people want to be able to feed their families at the end of the day. But he mentioned a lot on the line, like, the person would, told him what they came to his apartment and they told him, like, take off your clothes and I'll pay you like $100,000. And I was like, wow, this is scary. Like, a lot of the times we as, the audience are looking into like celebrities' life and being like, oh man, I wish, I could be someone in Hollywood. I wish I could be famous. But we don't know what happens behind closed doors. Like a lot of shit is going on where people have to sort of do things to sort of get ahead. And it's really, really sad that, talent is not at the forefront anymore. Like it's all about what you can do to get ahead. And, I feel that taints people's creativity, or it's like, what's the point of having to, have any type of creativity if you can just sleep with people to get ahead or do things that go against, like, your integrity and your morals. Like it's out of control. Like, and I'm happy, as I said, that he came forward and spoke about this. It's going to obviously encourage other people that have gone through this as well to come forward and talk about it. But one thing that he was super smart, he said that he recorded the interactions that he had with this individual. So he would do things like he had like a pen that was not so obvious that it's something that way his predator wouldn't know that he was recording them, because he would probably have like a pen in his pocket, or like other things that was not visible in terms of recognizing if it's a recording device. And he said like he never recorded anything on his phone because predators have a tendency to like perhaps search their victims' phones. And then he said like the fact that he turned down this person's advances, it made them get even more bold. Like he said one time he was like strung out on Hennessy, and the person slipped into his bed and he got so angry, like, what are you doing? And the person even tried to like grab his private area. So I'm like, God damn, like I feel like he should come out and say who this person is, like, because other people are probably suffering, and other people that perhaps they want to be an actor or they want to go into Hollywood because they have a specific talent. Imagine if they have to deal with this type of person. Imagine if they're not as strong as he is, what they're going to be doing just to get ahead. And then at the end of the day, you could have an immense amount of money, but when you sort of sell your soul or you give away your integrity, you have to deal with the person in the mirror. You have to deal with all that shame and guilt at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I'm really, really, really happy. It was heavy, and I'm happy that he brought forth that, it's not only men that go through this type of harassment. It's not only women, I mean, that go through this. Men also experience this as well. And he actually wanted to, say the person's name and put up the recordings, but his brother, told him not to do that yet. And I think it's because his brother is scared for his safety and that sort of thing, which he should be, because if this person is super powerful, you don't know what lengths they're going to go to sort of, get rid of you. It could be that, they could do something that could turn fatal. We don't know, right? But then something that he said that was interesting, he said that he's gonna go, with the documents that he, sort of collected over the years. He's going to go to the police with this information, and I was like, oh, I don't know if that's like he should, but then I'm thinking at the same time, like, if this person is so powerful, like, do they have, would they be able to pay off, the cops or the police department or the FBI? Like, that was my thought. Like, are they going to be able to pay off? Like, how do you know when you give these files, like, it's not going to like go on the wayside because this person is so powerful, they're able to pay this off? I'm curious to see, like, who this person is. He said that he's going to, say it up very soon. Because again, I'm scared for other people that are going to be, that this person's gonna prey on, you know what I mean? And he said that, this person has a distinctive voice. A lot of people I've seen online were saying they were accusing a particular person. I won't talk about the person's name on the channel, but they were, accusing a particular person. And he says that we're going to be heartbroken, we're going to be shocked, and we're perhaps going to paint him as a villain. But I don't paint you as a villain. Like, I feel like you were brave enough to come out and talk about this. It obviously probably wasn't easy for you, and it will help other people at the end of the day. And it was so hard, like, watching it. He said that he resents himself for not being brave enough, but I want to say that I commend you, Christian. Like, you were brave enough. I'm looking forward to, obviously, looking at more of, your work, seeing, how much further you go within your acting career. But, that was my whole take on the whole, live with Christian, as it relates to being sexually assaulted. It's a sensitive topic. That's something that nobody should have to go through. And I felt like, it was, aside from, a lot of the celebrity gossip and news that I bring forth, I felt that this was a topic that was extremely significant and important to talk about. And let me know in the comment section below, like, what are your thoughts about, this particular actor coming out and sharing his experiences? Do you feel like, this story is going to die down, or do you feel that he's going to come out and expose this person? Do you have any inclination of who the person perhaps could be? Let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section below. But that's all for today for All Kinds of Advice podcast, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Take care. Ciao.